Hey y'all, so today we are reading in James chapter 1, finishing up the chapter, verses 19 through 27, and I'm going to read all the verses because they're all so good and I don't think any of them should be skipped. So, this you know, my beloved brethren, but everyone must be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger, for the anger of man does not achieve the righteousness of God. Therefore, putting aside all filthiness and all that remains of wickedness, in humility receive the word implanted, which is able to save your souls. But prove yourselves doers of the word and not merely hearers, who delude themselves. For if anyone is a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like a man who looks at his natural face in a mirror. For once he has looked at himself and gone away, he has immediately forgotten what kind of person he was. But one who looks intently at the perfect law, the law of liberty, and abides by it, not having become a forgetful hearer but an effectual doer, this man will be blessed in what he does. If anyone thinks himself to be religious, and yet does not bridle his tongue but deceives his own heart, this man's religion is worthless. Pure and undefiled religion in the sight of our God and Father is this, to visit orphans and widows in their distress, and to keep oneself unstained by the world. Okay, so in the very first verse, but everyone must be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger. I don't know about you, but that's incredibly hard for me because I've always prided myself in having like this quick wit once I get really comfortable with you, which is like boom, boom, boom. But we're supposed to be slow to speak and slow to anger. I've always had a fiery temper on me. Then we go to verse 26. If anyone thinks himself to be religious and yet does not bridle his tongue but deceives his own heart, this man's religion is worthless. And that right there just puts an emphasis on how important it is to have control over the words that you speak, and how important it is to just be slow to speak, to put thought into what you say, and to bridle your tongue. Then it says, for the anger of man does not achieve the righteousness of God. And this right here just kind of points out to me that sometimes we can feel justified in our anger because there's a good cause for it, but it doesn't achieve God's righteousness. It doesn't glorify Him. And then I like verse 27, pure and undefiled religion in the sight of our God and Father is this, to visit orphans and widows in their distress. Two groups of people that often get forgotten are the orphans and the widows, but they were so close to the heart of God that James pulled this out and decided that he needed to put this here for us to read. That way we know it is important for us to also remember the orphans and the widows and to visit them and keep yourself unstained from the world. So that's all. As always, go read it for yourself.